Hi everyone, welcome to the visual guide for Keeper of the Lake. This is one of 3 brand spanking new instances made available by patch 2.5 before the fall part 1. This instance is unlocked through progression of the main scenario quest and has us battling some pretty cool faces. My name is Magitek and I'll be your dungeon guide. The trash in this first part is pretty generic and fairly easy. You'll have to kill each pack before the instance allows you to progress to the next section. The first boss is Einhander. This is a weird bird thing with an affinity for guns and explosives. Throughout the fight, the boss will fly into the air to switch weapons and litter explosive canisters all over the platform. These small canisters will eventually detonate, doing a fair amount of AoE damage in a relatively small area around them. They can also be punted around like the bombs in Brayflock's Hard. These big canisters will do substantially more raid-wide damage, and healers should keep an eye out for this glow, signifying that they're about to detonate. The boss's mechanics can also cause canisters that they hit to ignite. Once a canister has ignited, it will glow pink and can no longer be moved. There are a number of ways to handle this fight, but the easiest way is to punt all the small canisters away from the group and basically ignore them. The boss also has different abilities based on what weapon he is currently holding. This machine gun will do a long column attack that is easy to dodge. This stick thing will pull in everyone and every small canister to him. Knock these away, or if they are lit up, be sure to move away from them as multiple hits can be spicy. Up next, we face some interesting trash. These colossi are trapped in their prisons until you destroy these Magitek terminals. Until they're freed, they will throw out long column attacks on the group. After they're free, they'll continue throwing out larger column attacks. These drop the key you need to progress and silence the most annoying sound effect in the game, so unfortunately they can't be skipped. The next boss is the Magitek Gunship. This airship has a frontal cone flamethrower that is deceivingly very long. Tanks be sure not to run back into the fire death too soon. Periodically, the gunship will target a random player with this reticle and then fly in their direction, dropping giant fire poos on the way. These last for some time and take up a large portion of the platform, so be careful not to trap yourself on the wrong side of the fire. A good tip is to bait him to the outer edge of the room so that the poops don't get too much in your way. Gunship will also throw out large AoE circles on random players. Dodge these as necessary. As the fight progresses, he will start to target and drop more fire poo on random targets, and dodging can get a bit hectic. Gunship will also spawn adds throughout the fight, but these are easily picked up and destroyed. On this last set of trash, be sure to avoid the AoE from this stray airship on your way up. The last boss is Midgar Summer. You'll notice 2 suspiciously dead dragons on the platform. These will come into play soon. Midgar Summer has a number of AoE abilities with super obvious telegraphs, so dodge the everything. Moments after starting the encounter, he will go immune and revive the orange dragon, which should be grabbed by the tank as soon as possible. The dragons have a massive frontal cone and should never be turned towards the center of the platform. Tank should pull this dragon to the back of the arena. You'll notice that the dragon may get a buff if he's too close to Midgar Summer. The boss will continuously cast his AoE while the group burns down the dragon. After some time, he will spawn an ad that will drop a Magitek field generator upon its death. Midgar Summer will begin to cast a room-wide blast called Animadversion that will destroy anything on the platform. As soon as this cast goes out, click on the field generator to create a bubble that will grant anyone underneath it immunity. Use it to survive the cast, reposition, and continue destroying the dragon. When the dragon is killed, Midgar Summer will take a huge chunk of damage himself. You'll be able to damage him for a little while until he revives the next dragon and goes immune again. This dragon must be tanked closer to Midgar Summer to avoid its buff. A ton of AoE spawn in this phase, the spiciest being this fire puddle that drops beneath a random player and then grows to monstrous proportions. To dodge it, that player needs to start running as soon as it drops beneath them. This phase is all about dancing around the AoEs while destroying the second dragon. Depending on your DPS, you may or may not spawn another ad that will again drop a field generator. If the boss begins to cast his ultimate, click on the field, stand underneath, and carry on. After the second dragon is killed, Midgar Summer will be left with only 4%, allowing you to finish him off. And there you have it, Keeper of the Lake. This may be one of my favorites of this patch. I hope everyone enjoys their brand new minion. If you have any questions or comments, please let me know. Up next, we'll look into World of Darkness. As always, thanks for watching. Till next time.